Hello, welcome to Indie Tutorials. My name is Guillermo and I would like to thank the patrons supporting this channel. We are going to continue where we left, and what we need to do now is to create a dedicated prefab for battles, because there is a lot of components that we don't actually want during battles. For example, the minimap or the block the character for the rigid body, and especially the vector locomotion has a different locomotion which is called strafe, and that's what we want in this type of battle. So we want to switch from the free locomotion to the strafe locomotion. So the better way to handle this is just to make a dedicated prefab when we can set this actually already as default type of locomotion, instead of having to create scripts to do some conditions and complicate the things. So let's do it. Okay, so first thing we want to do is create a duplicate Ctrl D of the red schemata, and let's rename it like red schemata battle _ battle. Then let's open up the prefab and change the locomotion type to only strafe. That will handle the new type of locomotion. Let's disable the jump and rotate. Later on we're going to actually play with the script to disable the jump functionality altogether. Let's remove the DMap components, also the block character collision script. We can also remove the event interaction component. This is the one handling the stamina, so we don't need that in the battle. During battles we're going to handle it differently. Okay. Also, we want to delete this character collision blocker game object. We don't need it here, and that should be it. Next, we want to create a conditional prefab, so let's open up ORK Framework editor. Let's go to the Combatants tab, then Combatant section, select the red schemata, and in the prefab settings click on Add Conditional Prefab and assign our newly duplicated prefab in the prefab slot. Remember to set it instead of reference to resources, and scroll a little bit down, and we need to add the condition which will be a game variable, and let's call it in the value, let's call it InBattle. We want to change the type to Boolean and leave it is valid checked. That means it needs to be true. Next, in order to change this game variable, we need to go into our events, our battle start event. So let's find it, and we can add this event right after we load the scene, for example. So let's create a new node of value variable, change game variables, not check game but change game variable. connect the load scene to this new node, and here we can set the add game variable, and remember to type it the same, so InBattle, change the type to Boolean and tick the value so it will set it to true. Next we want to open the battle end event, and we want to set here the same game variable but to false. So when we end the battle, the variable will change, and and ORK will instantiate the default prefab, and that's what we want. So we could change this game variable, let's say just before loading the scene. So let's create a new node here, value, variable, change game variables, connect the node, and let's change here the InBattle variable, again setting the type to Boolean and leave it empty, that means false. Save the event and close the editor. Now let's test. We have an error here that we need to fix regarding the root motion of the animator, but you can see that the strafe locomotion is well, the prefab changed to the battle prefab, that's what we wanted, and also that the animator is playing the strafe locomotion. That's what we want. So to fix this issue with the animator root motion, let's open up the prefab for the garb equilibrium, and you can see here in the inspector we just need to drag the animator component onto it, and let's do the same for the other prefab before we forgot, and that will fix this error that we were having. Let's give it another try. You will see that I tried to hit twice. This is a combination with the standard on trigger detection, so we will need to build something more advanced to avoid this issue. The last tweak I want to cover in this video is the removal of the action notification. So let's go to the battle system tab, then battle text, and scroll down until the info text settings, and just tick show info. We don't want to show those, and we will handling our notifications in a custom way. So let's give it a try. And the text is gone much better. Again, if you find these tutorials helpful and you like the content, please consider subscribing the channel. Thank you very much.